Hey folks, so I come out to the shop yesterday. I was going to do some work on Kaitlyn's Jeep there, and Mike and his buddy had their car up on my lift and doing some work on it. Anyways, I decided to grab the camera and sling it. So I kind of missed the start. There was no intro, so this is it after the fact. Anyways, they're working on a 2009 Chevy Aveo. The kid said he brought it in for a axle seal, so a CV axle seal on the transaxle on the driver's side, because the inner fender and that side of the engine and everything was all wet. So he just assumed what it was. Once we got it up on the lift and they started taking it apart is about where I kind of stuck my nose in there and saw what really was wrong. So here's how you do the CV axle on a Chevy Aveo and a few others. Enjoy. Okay, what do you got here, Mike?
CV transaxle seal replacement for a 2009 Chevy Aveo.
Okay, what do we got to do next?
Well, I don't think I need to pull out the caliper. I think it's kind of using a 2 main, so I need to unbolt it from here, but I also got to do that. So I need
What do we do when it doesn't come off?
Pointing flame spammer. I don't know what you call it.
Nope.
What?
Heat fixes everything.
Oh, okay, no propane.
Propane first. Heat that sucker up. Still no, eh? You don't want to melt or not. Hit it. So how did we get it off, Mike? Go ahead, explain to folks.
So you take your oxyacetylene and you go right in between where the nut is. It was to the point where it was going red hot. Then I grabbed my gun and I just leaned into it and gave it the trigger.
You give it the ugga-dugga?
The ugga-dugga, yeah.
The ugga-dugga? Okay. Because you want that's got to get pushed through that entire hub. So there should be a washer. Get the washer out too. And not with your freaking fingers. I seen you looking.
No.
This thing's about 1100 degrees right now.
I'm aware of that. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. Leave me alone.
What are you doing?
Okay, you know what? I'm getting this. I was closest to him.
Here, try something like this. There you go. Drop it on the ground. It's going to be hot as hell. Alright, spray that sucker so you can get those splines through. Oh yeah, got the heat. Moving?
Alright.
It won't go all the way. It'll just, if it's moving, you're good.
Yeah, it's basically...
What do you think? You got a bad boot there, Mike?
I think we do.
Hey?
I think it's a bad boot.
You think?
Look
It's coming out like chocolate syrup down in there. Or I don't even know. Butterscotch? What color is that?
Looks like butterscotch. I would take it.
It's fine. It's fine.
You could drive on that.
What are we taking off now, Mike?
The ball joint. The lower one.
Lower ball joint. What wrench size is that?
19.
A 19, eh? Is it too tight?
That's too tight. I don't want that.
So your old man can get it. I'm gonna embarrass you on national TV again.
Okay.
That's what I'm wondering, because it's really rusty. So when you start to pull on it, there you go. That wasn't even that tight.
Embarrassed on live TV.
I know. I'm upset now.
How do you feel about this information?
You're out. Nice! That came up pretty easy.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so what he's going to do here, we already loosened up the axle with a punch. So it's pretty loose now. We hit it with WD-40 and stuff, penetrating oil. Keep pushing. Push the axle stub in. Just use your finger or punch. There you go. Pull. Pull. There you go. Don't pull too hard. You're at the brake line. You could do this, sir. Give you a little more room. Yeah, kid said that wasn't bad. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, so you're going to get a pry bar from underneath there, or back here, or wherever. Pry right in here, and just pop that thing out. It'll come right out. It's just a little clip that holds it in. You gotta give it a kind of a snap. There you go. That's out. Where's your bucket?
Oh, I didn't have a bucket. We didn't.
No.
At least he has some fluid left.
Yeah, no kidding. Not for long. La la la. Hey, it's a shop. If you don't have grease stains on your shop floor, you ain't working hard enough. Or you're only working on like windshield wipers or something. I was hoping you would, but only one way you learn, and that's by making a bloody mess and then fixing it. Pull that axle all the way out.
I just yanked it.
You just pull it. It'll slide right out. It's just on the shaft now. Should only leak about a liter or two at best. CV axles on this are pretty high compared to the pan, which is way down here. That CV shaft is 4 inches up.
Somebody booger welded that. What the hell?
Oh yeah, the booger welds on that exhaust. That's fine. As long as they don't leak, who gives a damn? I don't care if you wrap it in welding wire and don't ever weld it. If it don't leak, it don't leak.
Here you have your clip. You put it in there. It clips in. It holds it. Very simple. All right. Oh, Jesus.
Son of a bitch.
What the?
You gotta line up your spines, right? You just wiggle it and then give it a good solid wrap.
Not very simple, is it?
It's very simple.
Shut up, Kaitlyn. Shut up. I didn't ask for your opinion.
Okay. There's no threads on the end, so you can actually tap this. You're just gonna hold it in like that. Now I have the axle in all the way, as you can see. Sometimes they go in just by smacking them. Other times you just got to tap the end here with a hammer a few times, keeping it straight. It's just that clip is all that was holding it. Okay, so you got your CV in over there into the transaxle. The seal was in good shape, so now we're just putting this in. Again, you don't need to take the tie rod ends off or none of that, just the bottom ball joint. You might have to spin the rotor just to line up your splines. There you go. Now push her back, or push her in, push her back, push her in. There you go, you're good. Push your ball joint on. Not quite straight. There you got her. Put a nut on that. Yep, that rusty nut right
I was
there.
just going to say, I picked up the most rusty one.
Yeah, the rustiest one. That's how you know it. That's bad when you know the rustiest nut is the one that you're putting on. I thought I was the rusty nut. Other ones are drilled and they have a cotter pin you put through. Those I like better because they spin on easier. Anyways, Mike's going to be at that for a while, so Katie's going to get a job.
I got the nut here, and inside this ball joint, it's just spinning. So I've got some pressure here to keep it in the spindle, and now I can put it in, so it's not constantly spinning.
Right? What's the torque spec, Mike?
3 ugga-duggas. Good enough.
Washer and nut. Give her the ugga-duggas, Mike. More ugga-duggas. Keep going. Okay, that's good enough. Too many ugga-duggas. Take some off.
No, I'm not doing that.
What's the last thing we got to do, Mike?
Punch the hammer.
Punch and a hammer and knock that little sucker in to lock it in place. What Persuadertron is that, Mike?
1000.
Persuadertron 1000. There you go.
Ooh,
See that? Now we're locked in. It can't spin back out without straightening that piece. That's all there is. Now we got to put wheels on, Mike. Struggling a bit there?
A bit.
All right, folks. Mike's just finishing up here. There's a lot of dirt coming out of that old rim. We put on new tires for the kid. They're just cheapies on really rough shaped rims, but the other ones that he gave us don't fit over the hub, so we had to use the originals. I didn't show much of that. but it's done. So anyway, 2009 Chevrolet Aveo. This is what, an LS? LS.
Yes, LS.
That's how you do your front CV axle. And, well, we did tires and we loosened up a brake. I don't know how much of that we're going to actually bother to show, but Mike did all the work himself. I helped out with the torch and a few things where he was struggling to figure it out, but it was all him. Katie's out grading the driveway and she helped with some tires, so I had both kids slaving away in here, child laboring it up. Anyways, that's how you learn. Anyways, the only thing left to do on this is lower it down, top up the transaxle fluid. So as I was editing video, I also noticed that somehow the very end of it got cut off. My phone died. Anyway, the job went fine. Kids figured it all out. You know, kids got to learn, but I don't want them to screw up somebody else's car, so that's kind of why I jumped in there and helped. If it was our stuff, I'd just let him beat on it till he figured it out. But anyway, all went well. Thanks for watching, folks. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.